homemade sign.
Thank you.
Do you want your name on here?
Oh, sure. It's gonna go to Ondria, but it's spelt weird, so O-N-D-R-I-A.
Ah, never heard that one.
I can't take credit. My mom did that. Shut up and take my money! Can I take a picture with you?
Yes.
For shut up and take my money. What does it say before that?
It says it's when he's buying the new iPhone or whatever it is. The mom phone, my phone. And he's like, all right, here's the deal. It can't hold the charge. You don't have a choice of carriers. It costs $200. And he goes, shut up and take my money.
It's a curious thing. Like a mom dancing. Make a heart a little white dove. Mama's dreaming. That's the power of love. Don't need money. Don't take fame. Don't need no credit cards to ride this train. Strong and it's sudden and it's cruel sometimes, but it might just save your life. That's the power of love. We're doing Back to the Future.
Yeah. Our record store displays the latest records and albums. Eddie Fisher, Perry Como, Pat Boone, and there's no rock and roll. Marty walks along Tie Street staring at places and people. The people stare at him too, particularly his green shoes.
Looking for something, Peter? I mean, kid? Yeah, baby, the telephone.
Lou, Marty looks at Lou, indicating the address on the phone book page.
Now, baby, can you tell me where 1640 Riverside? You going to order something, kid? Yeah, baby. You give me a Pepsi free, man. Kid, if you want a Pepsi, you got to pay for it. No, baby. The Pepsi free. You know, diet soda. No, I don't know. Oh, well. Just give me something to drink that doesn't have sugar in it.
Lou gives him a look, then puts a cup of coffee in front of him. Marty looks at the bowl of sugar cubes in front of him.
Have you got me sweet and low, man? Sweet and what?
Suspiciously.
Oh, thank you. You better pay for this right now. Okay.
He pulls out his wallet and gives Lou a crisp, new $20 bill. Lou's eyes nearly fall out of his head.
Ay, mis ojos, ¿a 20? What do you think this is, a bank? I can't break a 20 for a nickel cup of coffee. Say, what's a kid your age doing with a $20 bill anyway?
I say, Mr. McFly.
Yeah, huh?
He spins around on his stool. The voice came from up high, coming right toward Marty. No, he's stepping over to the nerdy kid next to him. Hi, Biff. How's it going?
Who did that?
I didn't know who was. I have a jump.
We're into this for what, 48 seconds? You half up. As soon as I pick this gritty kitty off my ass, I'll answer you. Dude, how's it going? By the way, what are you looking at, dipshit?
Hey, Biff, get a load of his shoes. This dog thinks he's a leprechaun. He's painted them green.
They all laugh. Biff turns back to George.
So, how about my homework, McFly? Okay, Biff. I'll do it tonight, and I'll bring it over first thing tomorrow. Not too early. I see.
Talk, CBC. He has a gold front too. It's Goldie Wilson, age 22.
Say,
What do you let that boy push you around for?
Look, fuck, you know, he's bigger than me.
Listen, you need therapy. Stand tall, boy. Have some respect for yourself. You let people walk all over you, you know, they'll be walking all over you for the rest of your life. Look at me. You think I'm going to spend the rest of my life in this slop house?
What's it now, Goldie?
No, sir. If I'm going to make something of myself. I'm going to go to night school. I'm going to be somebody.
That's right. He's gonna be mayor someday.
Yes! All right.
Oh, mayor. That's a good idea. I could run for mayor.
Well, that's funny. A colored mayor. That'll be today.
I will get my Shawshank redemption. You wait and see. I'm going to be your mayor.
Yeah, well, you just keep driving that old white lady around, Goldie.
Oh, no lyrics. I like the sound of that. Yo quiero Mayor Golden Wilson. I like the sound of that.
Play. My neighborhood hadn't been built yet, and everything was so weird looking it made me want to masturbate.
Well, just listen, you're safe and sound, okay? Back where you belong. In good old 1955. Even the Bayer Bing wasn't built then.
1955?
She turns on the bedside lamp. It's the same girl George was spying on, and Marty recognizes her.
Oh my God. You're my...
My name's Lorraine. Lorraine Bracco. I mean Baines.
Marty stares at her for a long moment.
But you're so thin.
Oh, just relax, Calvin. Take it easy. You got quite a bruise on your head.
Marty looks under the blankets.
Oh. Where are my pants?
Over there on the chair.
Notices the color of his underwear.
Yeah, I noticed the color of his underwear. I never seen red underwear before, Calvin.
Mike covers himself up.
Calvin, why are you calling me Calvin?
Wasn't that your name, Calvin Klein? It's written in your underwear. Oh, I guess people call you Cal.
No, well, actually people call me Marty.
Well, after much deliberation, I'm pleased to meet you, Marty.
She comes over and sits on the bed right next to him.
You mind if I sit here?
No, uncomfortable moment, not feeling good. Someone, it's up.
Marty moves as far away as he can without falling off the bed. He holds his blanket tight around his waist. She looks at him fascinated.
Well, that is quite a bruise there. It reminds me you know, one of the guys in the gang that met a horrible accident at the golf course, you know.
Yeah.
He had some bruises. He died of them.
Oh.
You can tell I'm wet because I'm doing all the talking.
She gently strokes his bruised forehead and then runs her hand through his hair. Marty moves even further and falls off the bed. He covers himself with the blankets.
Lorraine, are you up there?
We hear footsteps coming from upstairs.
It's my mother. Quick, put your pants back on.
Lorraine and Mrs. Stella Page, 40 and pregnant. Makes in the introduction to the kids. The chair at the head of the table is empty.
That's Milton. And that's ass. Get that one. And that's Toby. That's all, folks.
Stella, same thing, okay.
Next to you in the playpen is little Joey.
Marty turns and looks with amazement at 11-month-old Joey rattling the bars of his playpen.
So then, Uncle Joey, you are. Bars, you will. 4 seniors I have.
Yeah, little Joey loves being in his pen. He actually cries when we take him out, so we leave him in there all the every day. It seems to make him happy. Have some meat, that crap, Marty.
She hands him a plate of meatloaf. It looks like the same meatloaf we had for dinner in 1985. In fact, the whole dinner is the same.
Sam, would you quit fiddling with that thing and come in here and eat? Milton, don't eat so fast. And? Lorraine! You're not eating enough. Have some squash potatoes.
No thanks, Mom.
Now, Brock, Sam Baines, 45, rolls in a brand new television on a plywood dolly of his own construction.
Look at this. It rolls. Now we can watch Jackie Gleason while we eat.
Brown is hunched over his workbench, furiously scooping down notes and plans. He's disheveled. He's been here for a while. Brown's dog is sitting near its bed. The name of the dog is Einstein. Marty appears at a partially open window. He opens it the rest of the way and climbs in.
Dog, listen, you gotta hear me out, man. I mean, I know my forehead's huge, but focus on my eyes.
Get lost, kid! I'm working!
I know. And I know what you're doing. You're inventing time travel. It came to you in a vision when you slipped and fell in the tub. And that thing you're drawing, no, not that X-rated thing, the other thing, that's the flux capacitor.
Brown is totally astonished.
My God!
How did you know that?
I told you! I'm from the future!
With that, he walks over to the garage door and raises the overhead door, revealing the DeLorean sitting there in the driveway. Brown's mouth falls open as he stares at it, and the mechanism visible through the open gull-wing door. He grabs the drawing he's been working on for runs over the DeLorean to compare it. It's drawing of the flux capacitor. It matches the real thing perfectly. The DeLorean is now in the garage. The garage's door closed. The 1985 suitcase is open, and we can see its contents. Clothes, toilet articles, and Conair. Hairdryer. Marty is busily attaching the video camera into 1953 model TV.
Yesterday. Okay, so take a look at this.
Brown comes over and Marty rolls the tape he shot in the mall parking lot, where Brown is explaining the operation of the time machine.
Why? It's me! It's me! It's me! It's me! Oh man, incredible! Thank God I still got my hair. Baldness runs in my family, you know. But what on earth am I wearing?
Well, it looks like a beach. Marty is unsure and confused as he grabs the handle.
I can't get away from Disney!
Are you sure about this, Sully?
Well, figure it out, kid. Your old man was supposed to get hit by your grandpa's car, not you. Therefore, you interfered in your parents' first meeting. If they don't meet and they don't fall in love, if they don't fall in love, they don't get married. And if they don't get married, they don't have any kids. That's why your older brother's fading out. He's being erased from existence. He's first since he's the oldest. Your sister will be next, and then you. And unless you repair the damage by getting your folks back together, once you introduce them to each other, nature will take its course. I hope.
Marty pauses to check his reflection. He combs back his slick down hair and ducktail, only to get a handful of greasy kid stuff.
I can't believe you actually put this crap in your hair.
Oh, come on, kid. Let's get it over with.
Brown pulls it inside. Marty and Dr. Brown are watching from the hall.
Ah! That's her! In the second row! Jesus! She's cheating!
The school bell rings in the hall. Another classroom door opens and students head out for the next class, holding the handrail all the way. His shirt tail is out, his hair is poorly combed, and papers are practically falling out of his 3-ring binder. Marty and Dr. Brown watch from down the hall.
It's a binder full of women. So which one's your father?
Well, let's see, excluding 47% of the guys I see. That's him! Right there!
As George walks down the hall, students laugh at him behind his back, and some boys kick him in the tuchus. George turns. He has a kick me sign on his collar. Doc Brown shakes his head at this pathetic sight.
Are you sure you're not adopted?
Now a hand yanks George by the arm.
Hakuna Matata, McFly! Shape up, man!
He pulls the sign off George's shirt and places it in a nearby receptacle.
You see? You're a slacker. Do you want to be a slacker the rest of your life like Pumbaa?
George shakes his head. Marty and Brown look down the hall in the opposite direction where Lorraine is at her locker, giggling with a girlfriend.
Looks like a match made in heaven.
My mom's always said it was meant to be. I sure hope she's right.
Marty takes a deep breath and starts walking toward George at a reasonable, safe pace.
George, hey, careful not to slip. Hold the rail. Hey, buddy! You're just the guy I wanted to see. You remember me from Saturday? I saved your life, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Listen, there's somebody I want you to meet. Come here. Excuse me, Lorraine?
Calvin, I mean Marty. She's so delighted to see Marty, she drops her books.
Oh, let me get those. I'm not looking up your dress.
He picks up her books and gives them back to her. She's totally infatuated. It's not a dress, you ass. It's a kilt.
And you're not a girl.
But thanks anyway for looking.
Lorraine, or Larry, or whatever you want to be called. I want to introduce you to someone. This is my good friend, George McFly. George, this is Lorraine.
Hi, it's really a pleasure to meet you.
What are you writing?
Stories.
Really? What kind of stories?
Science fiction stories about space travel and Roxas. Visitors from other planets coming to Earth.
I never knew you did anything creative. Wait, how about letting me read one of them? Why not Zoidberg?
Oh no. I never let anybody read my stories, especially Zoidberg.
Oh.
What if they didn't like them? What if they told me I was no good? I couldn't take that kind of rejection. My father's always telling me that if I never let anyone read my work, I'll have no future as a writer. I know he's right, but I guess that's just the way I am. This must be pretty hard for you to understand, huh?
No, George, it's not that hard at all, because it's not claw-plot.